Spoilers. This episode has spoilers. Lots of spoilers. Seriously, they're spoilers. Spoilers! Spoilers. Okay, now you can continue watching. We already know that Andromeda is coming out for Mass Effect. So, my list of demands for what I would like to see in Andromeda. I really had to whittle this list down, alright? I had to bring it down to my top 25 list of things that I want. The first few are pretty self-explanatory and don't really need me to go into greater detail about them, so I'm just gonna list them off. Let's go for it. The ability to jump. Come on, guys. The option to change body size, muscle mass, height, weight, different things like that so that we can make our own unique character. You're starting off a new one. Let us make a new character that's completely ours. Please keep the autosave feature from Mass Effect 3 mapped to the select button. It is a lifesaver. It really is. I'm hoping that they'll bring back resource scanning similar to what it was in ME2, but maybe make it a little less repetitive. Keep or improve the cover system from ME3. You guys nailed it on that one. No more turret segments. Please. No more. They suck. Nobody likes them. No more pointless tasks or missions. I can't tell you how angry I was at ME3 for basically telling us that we needed to collect all this stuff, and then ultimately it made very little difference at the end of the game. Don't do that. Don't give us pointless shit to do. Make everything that we do in the game matter. Fewer invisible walls. I think one of the reasons why people like ME1 and to an extent ME2 so much is because there was so much more freedom. Even though when you were driving around in the Mako, you were still bound by a certain area that you could drive around in, there were no invisible walls. So you could drive around at least in that area and go wherever you wanted. So please, less invisible walls. Don't make the game as linear as it was in ME3. Please. I'm under the assumption that because it's a new game and a new story and a new setting, all that jazz, we're gonna get brand new armors, brand new customization options. But I'm really hoping that they'll give us more options as far as what we can do with that armor. Allow us to change the color of individual pieces. Let our shoulder pads be one color, the gauntlets be another, the leg braces another, the torso armor another color. Just mess around with things and make our armor unique to us. I understand that, you're going to want to keep the N7 logo, and that's fine. I don't have any complaint about that. Your character is going to be likely N7, so that's fine. But allow us more creativity, I should say, when it comes to designing our armor and weapons as well. Especially since we were promised that in ME3 and it never really happened. We ended up just getting the same armor that we had in ME2. Like, that's boring, Hopefully you guys will really go buck wild because you're starting over from scratch with a new story, a new character, and just give us options of the wazoo. Here's to hoping. In ME1 and ME2, you were pretty much confined to a certain set of weapons based on your classification, and that really sucked, especially in ME2. In ME2, the only way that I could get a sniper rifle right from the get-go is if I chose Infiltrator. If I wanted to get it later on at some point, I would have to wait until the collector ship to either choose between, I think, a shotgun, sniper rifle training, or assault rifle training. Please keep the system from ME3 because that was much better, much better, because then I can be Vanguard if I want to, but carry a sniper rifle. So that way I get the best of both worlds. I can take out enemies from a distance, or I can use biotic charge to hit them up close and personal. So yes, definitely the ME3 system was the best. Keep that. I don't know if you're going to keep the same classifications as you did throughout the first 3 Mass Effect games, but I would really like for them to matter a little bit more. Like I just mentioned, I really like playing Infiltrator. I like having the cloaking system and using sniper rifles and taking enemies out all stealthy-like, but I didn't really feel that way in a lot of the missions, and it's also because you're forced into taking your 2 squad mates with you. I would really love it if we had multiple ways to approach levels so that whatever classification we have makes a difference in how we complete the level. For example, if someone enjoys being an engineer, allow them to choose to do the mission solo if they want to, and tell their squad mates, nope, I got this covered, you guys hang back. I'll take care of this. And they go and hack through a bunch of doors, and they go through security vents, and they're all sneaky, and they avoid combat altogether. Multiple ways to approach levels and allowing our classifications to actually make a difference. This is pretty much an obvious one for me. A wider variety of romance options for men, women, and whatever other genders you want to throw in there. It'd be nice if there were more than just those 2 genders. Hint, hint, hint. But please, like the romance options in ME2 were great if you were straight and horrible if you were not. Give us more options, especially for us ladies who like to romance people who are not male. Please? This isn't so much a problem in ME1 or ME2, but it was a big problem for me in ME3, and it's the bugs and glitches. Game-breaking bugs and glitches were all over ME3, at least in my copy. I don't know if anybody else had any freaking problems with it, but I sure as hell seem to have a lot of game-breaking bugs. Thanks a lot. The one that I can remember right off the top of my head is the scene at the end of the Citadel coup when Bailey walks through the door and tells the council, hey, let's go, come on, we gotta secure these areas, everybody file in. And then it transitions to Kai Lang flying away in his little ship or whatever. It always freezes and crashes my game during that transition. In fact, it happened yesterday while I was writing down the notes for this video. So yes, please work out your bugs. Hey, if you need anybody to test the game, I gladly volunteer. Shit, I'll do it for free. Call me up. My people will call your people. Let me know. I will totally test that out for you guys. This is a big one, and I really hope if BioWare ever watches this video that they're paying attention. Please, no more plot-changing character introductions near the end of the game. That shit sucks. Star Child was a horrible idea. You would have been better off not trying to ham-fist this explanation about why the Reapers exist in the series. I personally would have been much happier if the Reapers had just been the big bad. That's it. Like in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's just a big bad whose sole purpose is to create chaos and havoc and just f*** everybody shut up. That would have been much better. The Reapers were just facilitating their form of reproduction like the canon that was established in ME2 at the collector base. Why was that tossed out? Why did you have to do with this other storyline of we're protecting you from yourselves and the Reapers and just no. No more character introductions at the end to ham-fist some story that doesn't belong. Please, if you're going to introduce a new character, fine, but don't let them be something that completely changes the plot and throws a monkey wrench into the system, because that sucks. It sucks in books, it sucks in movies, and it sucks in video games. Don't do it, please. This one I wrote down while I was playing ME2, and thankfully it was fixed in ME3. Please do not make the lowest level minions more overpowered than the higher level minions. And I'm thinking specifically about the mission to go into the Dead Reaper, and you're in the room with the big freaking drive core that you have to disable, and you get swarmed by these armies of freaking husks that are impossible to fight off. You have to run back and forth or just do weird maneuvers and just try to dodge them any way you can and hit them from a distance. Don't let them come near you, because the instant you have even one punching you in the head, you're pretty much dead. And that is unacceptable. Thankfully, they fixed it for the most part in ME3. So please make sure you keep that in mind for Andromeda. Don't make the little minions more OP than the tougher ones like the collectors. I have no idea if the Quarians are going to show up in this new coming game, but it would be really nice if we could see what they actually look like. Okay, before the extended cut for ME3, all apparently that we were allowed to have is like a photoshopped picture of Tally that didn't even look like Tally, and it's just no. And then we get the extended cut with some slides that show the Koreans, like a side shot of their face. That's not enough. If the Koreans are going to be in this next game, please, please, please let us see what they actually look like. It'd be great. And let me tell you how many people would be so happy with you guys. Oh my God. Can you imagine how many people you would make happy by showing the Koreans as they look, like actual conversation, talking, the way their mouth moves, their eyes blink? That would, oh my God. Oh my God, I just fangirled so bad just thinking about it. Please do that. Please, if the Koreans are going to be in this next game, show what they look like. You will make so many people happy. Seriously. I much prefer the morality system from ME3, where you can pretty much choose which direction you want to go, and what it does is affect your reputation. Much better system, and it doesn't pigeonhole us into a particular path if we want to unlock dialogue options later on, like in ME2. The ME3 system was much better, and hopefully you guys will maybe refine it if you want to, but I would rather you keep it the way it is. It's pretty good the way it is. Please, please be aware that there's no plot holes. The people who play your games, we know how to pay attention, okay? We notice when things don't make any sense, and it's precisely why there was such a huge outrage for the ending of ME3, because it made no freaking sense. There were plot holes up the wazoo, so please double check your story and make sure that there's no plot holes. Make sure that people don't instantly forget something they knew at the beginning of the game. Like, just double check your writing. I kind of already covered this, but I'm going to bring it up again. Don't overcomplicate the story. Keep it simple, silly. Seriously, don't overcomplicate the story. Just let us have a very basic story, and then allow us to just enjoy it for what it's worth. You don't need to bring in 5 or 6 different subplots to just try and make everything interesting. Keep it simple, and that's the easiest way to make people happy, where they can just follow along easily. Not to say that you're insulting our intelligence, that's not what I'm saying, but just keep it simple to the point where we can just enjoy the game without having to scratch our heads and be philosophical for like 20 minutes trying to figure out what the hell was that person talking about. That's what I mean. I'm going to be very specific with this one. More logical nudity. What do I mean by logical nudity? What I mean is that in ME1, there was logical nudity, okay? Depending on who you took to bed, you got to see a little cutscene of, you know, bow chicka bow wow, which was fine. In ME2, we kind of got less options. Like, I didn't expect to see like Turian butt, but it would have been nice to have at least something similar to what female shepherd gets with Jacob, for example, but we got none of that. And the same with Thane, like not even like his back or like bare arms, anything. Like, come on, give us a break. And then in ME3, it went totally the wrong direction for a game that's rated M. M! It's rated mature. And then you have female characters wearing bras and panties in the shower and in saunas? No. No. You don't have to show titty and ass if you don't want to, but at the very least, show bare shoulders. You know, show a bare back. It's something. Don't show a bra. That's just ridiculous. Nobody takes a shower with a bra on unless they've had too many tequilas. So please use more logical nudity. We are big kids. The people playing your games are adults. We're not going to be bothered by some titty and ass. Seriously. I may be in the minority with this one, but I really liked the hacking from ME2. Really, really loved the hacking. Maybe it got a little too much at times, but I still loved it because I felt like, haha, I'm the only one that can hack these doors. You know, you just feel cool. You feel like a badass. Like, okay, hold up, guys, hold up. I gotta hack this door. Hold up. Well, wait a minute. We can do it, Shepard. No. I gotta do it. I got this. I liked the hacking. So sue me. I really liked it. I would love to see some hacking in Andromeda. That would be so freaking cool. It'd be so fun. Don't overdo it, obviously. You don't have to do every single door or every single crate or whatever. But maybe once in a while here, like something that's like hidden away, like maybe a hidden package or something, or a hidden crate or a hidden door that you can only access if you do something here and then unlock that door and you get like a big payout at the end. That'd be cool. Just saying. Awesome. Yeah, maybe. This is a major one, and I probably should have mentioned it a long time ago, but please let us access the freaking journal from the galaxy map. I have a pretty good memory when it comes to remembering eventually what I have to do and what sequence and whatever, just because repeat something enough and I pick it up, like I just memorize it. But it is still a hassle that if I do happen to forget something, I have to leave the galaxy map, hit the start button, go to the journal, read the thing, close the journal, hit the start button again, go back to the galaxy map. It is needlessly tedious. Please let us access the freaking journal from the map. Not because we want things, you know, really made simple for us, but just convenience. Logical. Why wouldn't I, if I was actually standing there in front of the galaxy map, look at the galaxy map and maybe pull out a journal and look at it and then be like, okay, I need to go there. Cool, put it away, go back to the galaxy map. It's just logical. So please let us access the freaking journal at all times, regardless of what's going on, please. This is a big one, and it's one that I wrote down, obviously, while I was playing ME3. Please bring back the journal setup from ME2. It was so much easier, so much clearer, so much more concise and logical. I mean, just the way that everything would just automatically update. Okay, you have finished this task, it grays out and it moves to the bottom of the list. Now you only have these things left to do. And then when you click on it, it opens up a new window. It explains what you have to do. In ME3, for some reason, whoever it was, I want to just pinch them on the nose. Why did you remove the freaking journal explanations and task completions and just why? Who thought this was a good idea? It's not. Please go back to the way you organized the journal at ME2 because that was brilliant. It worked. You know, it was one of those things where it ain't broke, don't fix it. But you tried to fix it anyway and you broke it even more. So yeah. These last two are kind of tied into each other, so I'm going to go into one and then explain how it ties into the next one. I would like to see a greater sense of impending doom when it comes to losing squad mates. That was the kind of thing that I really liked about the ending of ME2, is that if you don't make the right decisions, people will die. A lot of people will die, and you may end up being the only survivor along with one other person so they can pull your butt into the ship at the end. That to me is amazing. If you make bad decisions, people will die, and you know, you may want to redo the mission, that's fine, and see if you can fix it, but you have the option of continuing on with that save file into ME3 to see what happens when those squad mates are no longer part of your roster. Brilliant. I would like to see more stuff like that, and maybe interspersed throughout the game, not just at the end with the final mission, but maybe throughout. Like there's certain missions that are catered to a particular squad mate that if you don't make the right decision, they're gone. And then you either have to replace them with somebody else or they're just gone. Like that is an empty space now in your roster. You have 7 and you're permanently down to 6. Those are the kinds of decisions I would love to see more of. Decisions. I meant to say decisions. And this goes into the last one, which is more earth-shattering decisions. And if you're wondering why I only did it one, it's because I've got my notes on the other hand, okay? More earth-shattering decisions. I want to be challenged. And you only really had 2 major decisions in ME3. Whether to cure the genophage and who to help in the Quarians versus Geth battle. That's pretty much it. You don't really have any other earth-shattering things. It'd be nice if there were at least 4 or 5, maybe? You know what I mean? Just make it seem like what we're doing is impactful, meaningful. We are making major decisions that can have galactic impact. That's pretty much it. I think for the most part, that's a pretty reasonable list. And that was me whittling it down from like 40 to 25. I really had to be specific about what I actually wanted in this new game. If you think there's anything I missed, I would love for you to put it in the comments down below so that I could review it and have a conversation. Because I love finding more people who are into Mass Effect. Freaking love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit the little like button because it really does help, and subscribe for future uploads. If you've got any questions or comments, please put them down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah! See ya!